Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Details are now emerging as 5 judges exposed taking 70 million bribe to just delete a case that has not been finalized.
Again, we went to court and I was represented by Professor Bob Chalo, who is a renowned lawyer. And when we went to court, he categorically stated, we are here, we want that judgment produced before court. We have no other arguments, we just want that judgment. Again, the lawyer of KCB, Philip Nyachoti, admitted that judgment does not exist. But when they delivered their judgment, the 5 judges, Newton Makadia, Mukathurima Muinoti, Orekantai, Mativo, and Tuyot, they ruled that indeed that judgment is there. They used the word that this judgment is in all the records of this court. And I came to learn through the same friend of mine that they received a bribe of $2.5 million, which was paid in the form of a prominent law.
The complainant of this case is Uhuru Kenyatta's relative called Muigai. Now, Muigai is the owner of plaintiff. And this plaintiff had a case with the KCB Bank. Now, according to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's relative, is that this case started in the year 1992, if I'm not wrong. And so this case, as per what the Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's relative is alleging, is that he expected justice to be served, learning that later this case was no longer there. He was not informed. He was not told anything. And today, as we speak, the case is not there. And this case was recently deleted. Now, according to what I have seen, whereby the court told Muigai that the case was finalized and even the petitioner and respondents signed the agreement that this case was deleted. But as per what I have seen in this document, another document here, we are being told that the petitioner and the respondents never signed this. How then this case was deleted? Now, according to Nelson Harvey, is coming out to say, it is not a question of whether or not Captain Kungu Muigai claim on Isaac Lenaola is believable. If you read the complaint by Victoria Keane, you must arrive at the conclusion that Isaac Lenaola is a dangerous criminal sitting as a Supreme Court judge. How can this continue unabated? I want you to watch a video of Nelson Harvey coming out to say that these Supreme Court judges must be removed because corruption imetanda wapi? Kwa judiciary. But before we do, as you always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like.
I believe if you have an interest in the happenings in the judiciary, You must by now have listened to the painful experience by Captain Kungu on how he has been defrauded through an elaborate, nefarious enterprise effectuated through the judiciary, right from the High Court to the Supreme Court, and unknowingly even before the Judicial Service Commission. Captain Kungu and I have met on several occasions and reviewed this matter. And it was my expectation that the Judicial Service Commission will help unravel this problem. Friends, Kenyans, we must stop being comfortable with corruption in the judiciary. It cannot be like this. If Captain Kungu can be subjected to this treatment, who do you think you and I are when these judges, magistrates and commissioners of the Judicial Service Commission have to deal with us? They will do the same thing. It is a big disappointment, especially for the Law Society of Kenya, that our two representatives in the Judicial Service Commission, my very good friend of Mwanza and my very not good friends in Gutia, have just been complicit in concealing the impunity and corruption by judicial officers. The name that kept on resounding and which is of recent action in this matter appears to be the name of Justice Isaac Lenola, also a very good friend of mine. But in the fight against corruption, I've said we will deal with everybody, friends and relatives of mine. Justice Isaac Lenola, you have to resign. You're a big shame to the legal profession, not just on this matter of Captain Kungu, the matter of John King. Yet you always turn up in all international conferences to speak about independence of the judiciary, immunity and accountability. I mean, see, we have to address you because in the Supreme Court, other than Justice Mohammed Ibrahim, you would be the only one who was one of us. You were an active practitioner at one point in time. It is imperative that at this point in time we take very bold steps. The people of Maua and Mount Kenya and Meru in particular have decided to take some remedial action against 3 magistrates. Going forward, we need also to do the same thing. If judges who have been exonerated, yet all indicators confirm their guilt by the Judicial Service Commission, continue serving, then we need to boycott their courts. We need to boycott their courts. We cannot allow judges who are manifestly corrupt to continue sitting and presiding over matters. And fundamentally, insofar as the mentioned judges of the Supreme Court are concerned, these 7 judges are in office courtesy of an order of a High Court. What business do we have appearing before judges who are just litigants like you and I before the High Court? We need to do this thing. And if we don't do it now, we will lose the judiciary. Please, we need to boycott. I would have expected the Law Society of Kenya to lead in such a boycott. But anyway, I think they are in bed with the judiciary and the Judicial Service Commission. So it's upon us as serious legal practitioners and litigants to do what Captain Kungu and some of us are doing. Call out these judges by name. Let us see who amongst them will be bold enough to sue for libel. I'm ready, willing, and able to defend those claims should they be filed by these judges. I want them on the witness box so that we cross-examine them. They have to tell us, where is this judgment where this consent they claim was relied upon to deprive Captain Kungu of his property is. And not just this matter, many other matters. This must be done.
Now, according to the statement on a video clip by Captain Kungu Muigai concerning the case between Benjo Amalgamated Ltd, Mwiri Coffee Estate Ltd versus Kenya Commercial Bank, Nairobi, Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. Now, the judiciary has noted recent allegations by Captain Kungu Muigai concerning the long-running dispute of Benjo Amalgamated Ltd and Mwiri Coffee Estate Ltd versus Kenya Commercial Bank KCB. We categorically refute any suggestion of misconduct by judges who presided over this matter. No competent forum has ever found evidence of wrongdoing or corruption, and Mr. Muigai has not produced credible proof of substantiate his claims, purporting to bring evidence after a number of judges have long retired and others deceased, is not only ridiculous, but reeks of bad faith, malice, and conflict agenda. So according to the court, or rather judiciary, led by the CJ Martha Koome, they are saying the complaint about Kungu Muigai is not substantiated by him, because there is no evidence, and even those judges whom is complaining about, maybe one or two of them, they are deceased, they are not there. Some of them are retired. But again, this case of Captain Kungu Muigai is showing us how corruption imetanda pale judiciary, and we have no option. We have no option. If this corruption started long time ago, despite of his case, I can tell you we are cooked. And that is the scenario that is happening in our courts nowadays. That you cannot succeed being served with justice, or even your case inaweza potelea. Why? Because some individuals are so powerful and they have money to manipulate the judiciary. But what Muigai is saying, he might be the relative of Uhuru Kenyatta, but how many Kenyans are affected by such kind of scenarios? Many of them. And their cases started long time ago. They have no option. They have nothing to do. So according to Nelson Harvey, he's urging that Kenyans, these individuals, must be removed. The question is, when was this case? And when was this case dropped? And did the complainant or the petitioner and respondent agreed on these scenarios? Because remember, we are having even several cases long time ago. They are still in court. What are they doing? What do you think, guys? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Till you meet in another video.